Hello friends, my name is Charmaine and welcome to my channel Witch Isle, where I share a bit of my healing journey in hopes that it helps you. Now, I came across this post on a positive energy page. It's by Corey Allen and it says, "Mindset is everything. The way you look at the world is how it appears. Telling yourself you are capable, confident, and going to crush the day with kindness not only lets you change your world, but the world of everyone around you." And as I sat with that quote, I thought, what do I tell myself when I start the day? And I started allowing my awareness to grow around the language I use in regards to myself and what kind of day I'm going to have. I also notice that when I am having a good day, it is easier for me to be there for those who may not be having such a great day, which is me having an effect on the people around me. As I started to think about what it felt like when I tell myself things that aren't necessarily true about myself, but are very harsh and judgmental and critical when it comes to what I've done during a day. And those feelings are never really good when I've been especially judgmental against myself. Then I started to think, well, what happened? What did I start doing to stop telling myself things that were unhelpful and started telling myself more positive things like I am capable and I am confident. I happen to also be participating in a research study at the moment on the mind-body connection. And one of the skills that we just recently went over happens to be a skill that I used a lot in order to get myself to say things that were more positive and more beneficial for me in the long run. So the skill I want to teach today is the acronym STOP. And of course, it's STOP. S is to stop. T is to take some breaths. O is to observe what is going on within you. And P is to proceed with kindness. Now, I like this one because it is really easy and it's easy to remember, because to take that pause and you think stop, it already starts you on that acronym. The breaths allow you to get oxygen to the brain and really allow you to think again. It also gives you a moment to go from that response that is coming from a flight fight response to being able to turn your prefrontal cortex on and the thinking part of your brain on, so that you can think about the situation logically, not just riding off of emotion. Those breaths, while you're taking them, you observe what's happening in your body. So observe where you feel anything. Start at your feet, do a quick body scan and see, is it in your shoulders and in your neck? Is it in your gut and your stomach? Or does it just feel heavy in your heart? Those are all ways that you can tell maybe what is going on. The important part in observe is to be kind and not judge anything that you might be experiencing, which is sometimes hard. And then the P, proceed with kindness, moving forward, keeping in mind your goals and the things that you want to happen, and proceed with kindness there. Sometimes I fall into judgment and I have to dig myself out of it. But if I use this acronym and stop when I start noticing that judginess that comes out in myself, then usually it can calm that down and turn on the front part of my brain to make sense of what's going on around me. I'm a lot less reactive than I have been in past. And in the past, before I had emotional intelligence, holy cow, I was very reactive. And I know that now. I think one of the biggest lessons for me this year was in my awareness. It was my awareness of myself and my own actions and how they can hurt other people when I'm not intending them to, but also that everybody else around me has their own set awareness, what they're aware of, and they may not be aware that their actions hurt other people even when they don't intend them to. Okay, so now I have my Green Witch Oracle cards that I'm going to go ahead and pull one card for myself, you guys included. Don't have to stick around if you don't want to. And see what the next 2 weeks holds, what I should be looking out for, that type of thing. I have already pre-shuffled the cards, so all I have to do is cut them, which, again, not techie, wish I was, so that I could put it up on the screen. And we are pulling the mushroom, recycling, breaking down problems. Let me read what the mushroom card means from the book. A mushroom's main purpose is to aid in decomposition. They use enzymes to break down decaying organic matter, feeding themselves in the process. Mushrooms and other fungi are also part of the greater mycelial network, a vast interconnected network of hair-like roots that transfers information to not only other fungi, but other plants and trees as well. The mushroom card supports you as you break down problems into smaller issues and work to solve them separately to make incremental advances in life. The discoveries you make with every step forward can be used to nourish and enrich future projects. Reflection. Have you run into a challenge that may be best addressed if broken down into smaller pieces? You know, it's really funny that this comes up because in that mind-body class, pacing with pain essentially means to pace yourself during the day so you don't burn yourself out and hurt yourself. Now, if you're drowning in problems, if you're truly struggling, remember there is a hotline out there to call. You can call the National Crisis Hotline at 988. I've had to use it a few times myself just to gain perspective on what was going on in my life, and it was very helpful. If you're struggling, if you're in crisis, please call 988. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And until next time, light and love, friends.